Real news. Here we're auditing America, bitch.
Auditing America, fake micro news. Make sure you go to the section where you can hit a like or dislike.
Actually,
like this video.
you cannot dislike this video anymore. People were on your comments the other day in my comments. Oh, it looks like you're blocking the dislike. It looks like you can't dislike your videos. Why don't you go get a real job? Well, guess what, idiots? That was all over YouTube. You can no longer dislike videos anymore.
Oh, you can't?
Cannot dislike videos anymore. Thanks a lot, Bill. You know who? Bill Wizard.
Really? We're gonna smoke this blunt for that right now. Although,
Rest in peace to dislikes, but you guys can still comment dislike in the comments. That's what I would say to do.
good way to exercise free speech.
Share this video, guys. I just got the notification on my phone. Notice the Ninja Turtles background. Happy birthday to my boy V. We going live later with the main pimp. You gotta share the video.
Happy birthday to you, man. But we have a very important message to deliver for you guys. We need everybody to go subscribe
Facts.
to Omaha Cop Watch Live. He's a new auditor. He's doing his thing. He's doing a great job. We want him to succeed. He's doing a great job all on his own. So make sure you go to Omaha Cop Watch Live, subscribe to his videos, and let him know.
Let him know that good old fake Mikey and massive love from the old Double A. Let him know fake Mikey and Double A sent him over there. Go check out my main pimp, Omaha Cop Watch Live.
Omaha Cop Watch Live.
Go over there, show support to Auditor, show love to all the activists and auditors. We only got 103 watching, 107 watching. That's pathetic. Share this video, because I'm gonna talk about some some deep shit. I'm gonna talk about some deep shit today. Aight?
Sorry.
All right, so share this video. All right, let's check the comments real quick before I get into this stuff. Good guy, Audi's. Mr. Diaz, what up, Jay? Jay,
Diaz.
congratulations, Jay.
Diaz, is it?
Alan.
Diaz.
Alan, what up? Thank you,
Diaz.
Christopher, for sharing. Absolutely Northwoods.
Mexico.
What up, D News? Yup.
Shout outs to my Mexican brothers.
Yup. I can't do that. That'll be cultural appropriation. White people, we can only culturally appropriate other white people. That's why I say massive respect out there to the good old man Double A from across the pond. All right, everyone has a stupid British accent, myself included. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get to the shepherd's pie of this bitch. All right. Well, Brandy, Tabby, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to talk about two things here today. One is, this is a special request. Somebody asked me to say, hey, Will, what's up with the military-industrial complex? What is that? I want to learn more about that. So I'm going to tell you more about the military-industrial complex, special request. And I'm also going to give you a brief history of the United States. And we're going to be brief. We're going to keep it to less than our normal time with these videos here, guys. So let's see, should we start off with, before we do that, Auditing America, how can people find you on all their platforms?
Auditing America on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We need you guys to go to check out our TikTok. We just released a TikTok video, guys. 150,000 views in just 4 hours.
Cops getting wrecked.
4 hours. Cops in New Hampshire, get on.
I'm not talking about the
Auditing
old
America.
school W-R-E-C-K. No, it's R-E-K-T. Go check out Auditing America on TikTok. You'll be glad you did. What up, Ghosty?
That's right.
Thank you very much, Teha Meha. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. I love when people say, hey, you should try to be like this auditor. Hey, you should change your personality entirely and change your freedom of speech so that you mimic another man. By the way, I've never said anything beyond the comments here. I've never done an audit. I've never done an activist. But why don't you, instead of doing who you are and having hundreds of millions of views, why don't you change your style to act like somebody else?
Yep.
Good idea. Let's do that.
Don't be yourself, according to them. Don't be yourself, okay? And just exercise your freedom of speech, mimicking another man, okay?
That sounds good. Do you want me to be Michael Jackson impersonator? Ooh, come on. I'm not gonna do it. Maybe for 5 seconds I'll do it. All right, let's be serious here, guys. The Double A, massive shout out to Cop Watch World. All right, I'm getting serious here. First, we're gonna talk about a brief history of the world. And we're gonna start back in good old 1776. All right, guys, so take out your quills and your parchment because there's gonna be a quiz at the end. All right. first and foremost, here, I'll shout you out, JM, right now. All right, now I'm gonna pause this comment.
Shout out to JM.
Shout out to the motherfucker JMing. Omaha Cop Watch. Lizzie, go check out Omaha Cop Watch Live. All right, we got some people watching. We're 5 minutes in now. Good. Please share the video because I'm gonna get into, this may be one of the dopest videos we ever have here. I'm gonna be talking massive truth. All right. You know, I'm gonna make it a brief history of the world. No, we'll start at 1776. We'll do that another day. All right, 1776. Two things happened in 1776. One, we declared our independence from Britain, and in the Declaration of Independence, the second paragraph says that this government is at the will of us, and that we created this government to protect and create our freedoms and our rights. And that whenever a government becomes an adversary to that, it is our right and our duty to alter or abolish it. So that happened. Also, on May 1st, 1776, something else was created. Anybody in the chat want to guess what was created May 1st, 1776? I'll open up to the chat. Yeah, we think it's badass to burn one and cuss. Guess what? This is how I talk. Guess what? I smoke weed, mother.
Guess what? I can't be here for a whole hour without smoking.
I'm not seeing any right guesses yet, guys. All right, the Bavarian Illuminati was created on May 1st, 1776. It's interesting, that's also May Day, the International Day of Communism, makes you think. Adam Weishaupt, former Jew turned Jesuit priest, took some money from the old Rothschild boys. And you know what they did? They created a secret society called the Bavarian Illuminati, which did historically exist from 1776 till at least 1789. Now, there was a courier who was taking the plans of Adam Weishaupt, and they were taking them to France because the plan of the Illuminati was to basically upend all governments and religions. Actually sounds kind of good. But as this courier was transporting this information to France on horseback, he was struck by lightning and killed, and the plans of the Illuminati unfurled and they were made known. Not in time to save the French Revolution, however. So, people say, well, the Illuminati ended. Isn't Taylor Swift in the Illuminati, they say, well? But George Washington, after the Illuminati is said to have been disbanded, in a letter, and I believe it was 1793 or 1798, don't quote me on this, you can check it out in the Library of Congress, he basically writes a couple letters talking about the influence of Illuminism in penetrating the free Masonic lodges at the time. So
sorry about that.
Please do.
So, shout outs to Kern County Transparency. He's here watching. Much love.
Booyakasha, massive bumper clap, pussy clap. I was just watching Chet Hanks. That's not really. All right. So, there's nothing, okay, interesting. So, are you a Freemason there, Kern County? I have nothing against Freemasons, but the point I'm trying to make here is that there was an actual historical organization called the Bavarian Illuminati, which did exist for several years. People say it ended, but George Washington, in his letters in the Library of Congress, indicate that it was still active after history tells us that it's been disbanded. So then you fast forward, then Britain, they're just on the redcoats. I'm the black and red coat, all right? But the redcoats, the king's men, they were on our nuts so hard because we whooped their monkey asses and said, go back to England, you stupid king. We don't want you here. We don't want your redcoats here. And so then they came in the War of 1812 and burned down the White House. So that wasn't cool. So England's had this beef to us. So fast forward a few decades, you have the Civil War. And that's instigated by a few people. Awesome. What degree are you, Kern County? I'll tell you what. There's some Masons out there that are really, really good people, and others that I think not so much. And what do you think is good about Masonry? Because I hear you do learn some esoteric and occult information. I'm wondering if you would even tell me. What up, Mine? Yo.
Mine, say hi to
Twyla.
parrot.
The parrot. Say hi to Lionel's parrot.
What was the parrot? I feel so terrible.
Damn, what
was
an
the parrot?
idiot! What an idiot!
What's the parrot's name?
I don't know that. I actually just developed a friendship with that parrot. Anyways,
Jasmine.
Jasmine, yes. Shout out to Jasmine, the parrot. Uh-oh. Everyone go check out Eyes on the Audit. The main pimp Theo's in the house. He's the guy that created FakeMikeRealNews.com. Check it out. All the latest from us.
Theo.
Shout out to Theo! So anyways, then you've got the Civil War instigated by certain interests on both sides. Coincidence? Not? I don't know. Then you have a brilliant book, which I have. It's in the other room. It's called Tragedy and Hope. The other one, the sister book to that, is called The Anglo-American Establishment. And that book was written by no tinfoil hatter. It was written by Carol Quigley, Georgetown professor and historian. Now, what did he write in this book? He wrote about how the Rothschilds, Cecil Rhodes, Alfred Milner, and others in England at that time basically took control of all the media at the time. They put their people at the Times and the other most influential magazine. They had their people as heads, as Oxford, All Souls, and Balliol. They had Rudyard Kipling, who was a member of this group for the Jungle Book, Lavender Rizig. They had also,
What's up, bro?
they were the people behind the Encyclopedia Britannica. So in the late 1800s in England, the only way you could get information is if you consumed it by this ultra elite, this Illuminati 2.0, if you will. So, and if you've ever heard of a Rhodes Scholar, like Bill Clinton, well, that was established because in Lord Rothschild's fifth will, which is reproduced in the book, The Anglo-American Establishment, within the first 10 pages, he says his fifth will, or seventh will, I'm not too sure off the top of the head, is used to create a secret society to have a one world under the British Empire. So then what happens? Those same idiots running things out in England, they say, you know what? Let's create the Royal Institute of International Affairs. We'll call it a think tank. And then so these a-holes start working with our friends across the pond here. We're talking about J.P. Morgan. We're talking about Kuhn and Loeb. We're talking about the Rockefeller peoples, right? Talking about those guys. So those guys come over here with the Dulles boys and our bankers, and they create the Council on Foreign Relations because they wanted to create one world, like I told you. And that's why these people created the League of Nations, but it failed. They put all their people in the League of Nations. So then fast forward, J.P. Morgan wanted to know how much of Americans' minds, what percentage of newspapers would he have to purchase to control what Americans thought daily? This entered into the congressional record. And the answer was 33 Illuminati confirmed percent. So you have them controlling all the media and stuff over here. Then you have the Council on Foreign Relations. Almost every single president, Secretary of State, and cabinet member since 1921 has been a member of the Council on Foreign Relations. Hillary Clinton famously said, I'm glad they have a new outpost here in D.C. so I won't have to go as far to be told what I should be doing.
Remember when you asked Tulsi Gabbard what was her?
Oh, that's right. I said, hey, do you guys ever see the videos? I did it multiple times. Did you guys ever see the video where I confronted Tulsi Gabbard? And I was like, hey, Tulsi, I'm raising my hand. She's skipping over everybody else. Nobody else is even raising their hand. I'm like, I got a question. And then she just picks on other people that only got questions. I'm like,
She goes, you.
I'm like, yeah. So I was just like, all right, I'm going to tell you my question. I was like, yo, you ain't gonna answer the question. All right, what is your question? I was like, are you involved with the Council on Foreign Relations? She said, no, absolutely not. And everyone started laughing. Why are there photographs of her having a little lunch date with members of the Council on Foreign Relations in her office? I wonder why. She's a lying piece of all of them, even the ones you think they're good. No. So anyways, they're controlling what we think there. Then the General Board of Education, just Google Rockefeller General Board of Education. In 1902, his father, John D. Rockefeller, donated $1 million. That's a lot of money back in 1902. Just look at I want everyone to Google the philosophy of the General Board of Education. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, Kern County. Hey, Kern County. Your number's still 911? Maybe I'll give you a call sometime. Oh, righty then. Blessings, 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 massive love and blessings. All right, so then you have complete control there, right? Then you fast forward a little bit. You have three. Then once radio and television starts burgeoning, you have Columbia Broadcast Network, CBS, the all-seeing eye of Columbia. David Rockefeller, the son of J.D. Rockefeller, wrote in his autobiography in 2002 entitled Memoirs.
Fuck.
He said that's when he was referring to his time in the army. He said that's where I met William Paley. He was the head of the psychological warfare department. He would go on to found CBS. Then you have ABC, and then you have NBC. NBC is still to this day located at 30 Rockefeller Plaza, right? So then you fast forward a little bit, and then World War II, David Rockefeller is literally in the White House, and he's planning out the post-World War, unelected. He's just there. And then after that, we have finally, we said no to the League of Nations because it was a threat to our sovereignty and a threat to our Bill of Rights. But the Rockefeller said, here's this land for the United Nations. Why don't we just have a global government framework right there? And so that's what we did. Then fast forward to the 1960s. You have Operation Mockingbird, where the government spent over $1 billion worth of today's money to brainwash, lie, and propagandize us. Yes, Puerto Rico in the house, hot tamale. Spicy out this. All right, so then you have Operation Mockingbird. Thank you, Robert, very much for the super chat.
Appreciate it, Robert.
Massive respect.
Massive respect for
out to Rob. All right.
Thank you, Robert.
And then, fast forwarding, we're almost done, guys. We're almost there with the history. I'm actually doing this pretty fast, actually. It's only been 10 minutes, and I've been ranting and raving. New subscriber. All right, we'll get to all questions later. Let's see what the new subscriber says. Awesome. You guys woke me up on how important your rights are. Thank you. That is the most satisfying things I can hear.
Tell your friends, bro, about the channel. Tell your friends, your mom, your cousins.
You better call your wife, call your husband, because they're stealing everybody's rights out here, too.
Yep.
Northwoods Cab. Chat's going, you're both a motherfucking man. Free cab rides if we ever go up to Wisconsin. We're going to have to go up to Wisconsin again. We're going to have to go up to Milwaukee and
Shoot
get
me a
some cheese
message,
curds.
bro. Auditing America on Instagram.
Yep, check out
Thank
Auditing
you,
America on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Cash App, Venmo, Minds, everything.
Guys, we're going viral, kind of viral right now on TikTok. So make sure you go check us out. We just released a video today. It has over 150,000 views in just like 4 hours. So you need to go check it out.
What's that Jamiroquai song? That's what I'm doing. Don't I look like Jamiroquai and John B had a baby?
Can you check my TikTok and tell me how much
you've got the Illuminati in 1776. Then they say they died. But then George Washington's saying they're talking about. Then you got Cecil Rhodes, Alfred Milner, and the Rothschilds cooking up a secret society to reclaim the British Empire. Then you got them working across the pond with the Council on Foreign Relations, the Rockefellers, J.P. Morgan, and the CIA. Then they established their one world, the United Nations. And the idea of the United Nations was say, you know what? We've had so many people die. Why don't we just have a group of ultra elite people that we handpick, and that will surely stop wars. Well, guess what, idiots? We've had more wars since the United Nations came out than after that. Jeff. I actually believe I did. I don't know exactly what county is that, but I believe I did one there. What are some of the towns in Dutchess County? I'd be smoking Dutchess. All right. Thank you very much for the super chats, guys. Thank you so much for the super chats. So then you got the United Nations. Then you got Operation Mockingbird. They're still controlling everything. They're the people behind academia, right? We're talking about that. Then you got the Trilateral Commission. Boom. Created in 1973 by Zbigniew Brzezinski and David Rockefeller. We're going to the end, guys. We're barreling down to the end here. So you have this thing called the Trilateral Commission. Boom. Illuminati. You got the U.S., you got Europe, and you got Japan. That's where the trilateral comes. And it's to foster economic and political cooperation with many people. Is that like a law, Heather?
What's up, Heather? How are you? Good to see you here.
Irma, what up? So, there's too much stimulation going on. I'm overly stimulated. All right, so, Exactly.
Almost
Let's check this
100,
out.
almost 180,000
In less than 6 or 7 hours here,
in
or even less.
5 hours.
5 hours, guys. Guys, go
180,000
check
views.
go check
Go
out
check it out.
Auditing America on TikTok. So then you have Nixon. Nixon is forced to resign. Then Gerald Ford, who's a 33rd degree Freemason, he takes over. Gerald Ford, guess who he appoints as his vice president? Nelson Rockefeller, the son of J.D. Rockefeller. Then you have Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter is a member of the Trilateral Commission. Then you fast forward to the election of 1980.
Hold on.
Un saludo desde Pennsylvania, the Maximo y desde Éxodo siempre PR, Dominican Republic. One Auditing America.
Much love, you guys.
Much
Thank
love,
you,
yo.
thank you. You guys are the best.
I'm gonna read all the comments in Spanish. Saludo desde Connecticut. Just kidding. That's the first time. All
I
right.
think you're doing pretty good reading Spanish, bro. Doing good.
I've been watching documentaries with the subtitles on, so. Yes, too much stimulation. I'm overly stimulated. You got all these devices and lights, and I'm talking about all this crazy stuff. So then you get the Trilateral Commission, Zbigniew Brzezinski, Dave Rockefeller, boom. Then you get Nelson Rockefeller as the vice president. Then the next election, you get Jimmy Carter Trilateral Commission. Then you have the election of 1980. He said Ronald Reagan versus Jimmy Carter. He said he would never take George Bush, Skull and Bonesman, former CIA guy, Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral guy.
Skull and Bones. We did an audit in Skull and Bones.
Who else has audited Skull and Bones?
I did.
Oh, why don't you try to be like somebody else, Enrique? Why don't you try to be like somebody else that hasn't confronted Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Skull and Bones members, walked in on Freemasonic, confronted the NSA, the Pentagon.
The U.S. Army.
We're regular guys. 5-star generals. How many people have we wrecked?
Mike Bloomberg.
We wrecked his wizard ass.
Mike Bloomberg. This guy is like really, really short, guys. I mean, it's amazing.
I want someone to donate I want someone to donate a basketball rim and a little spongy thing. And that way, and you just stand there. And you stand up behind Mike Bloomberg. And that way, instead of confronting him, I just be like, you motherfucking wizard ass. And I just dunk on him. How about that for the next thing?
Mike Bloomberg.
Mike Bloomberg, you're getting dunked on.
This guy is, I don't know. He's terrible.
We should start a boy band. We're gonna be like Menudo's Part Dos. No, we're gonna start a boy band called the Wu-Tang Clan Part 2, dog. All right. In all seriousness, we're getting back to the Trilateral Commission created by Zbigniew Brzezinski and Dave Rockefeller. So you got. Oh wow, Casco! Thank you so much for the love. Much appreciated on the super chat. You guys are super chatting so frequently I can't even talk. Overstimulation. Very sweet. How do you say your name? Is it Dilia? I don't know. I mean, you guys know I can't read. So
Delia, thank you very much.
yes, he knows how to say it. He can say it nice and cool. Yeah, right, the Matrix. Oh, for the basketball rim. Yeah, right, the Matrix.
Yeah, right, the Matrix.
Thank
Thank
you,
dog.
I'll tell you what, guys.
Appreciate it, brother.
I always tell people if I had a genie in a bottle, the first wish would be for me to be able to dunk. I don't want to be any taller or anything like that. You know, I just want to be able to dunk. Then maybe second would be world peace or something like that. But I just want to dunk. So if any genies out there,
How you call the dunk when you dunk with your hand to back?
backslam.
Damn, that shit is sick.
Remember Dominique Wilkins with the.
Who could do that? Who was the best doing that?
Spud Webb was pretty dope back in the day. I mean, Vince Carter's the best dunker ever. He jumped over a 7-foot guy in a game.
For real?
In the Olympics. It was one of his nuts just like flying by this guy's head. Just a 7-foot guy dunks on him, yams on him. Like a whole bunch of fresh yammed on him. All right. So anyways, Trilateral Commission. Jeez, nobody gives you information like this in this format. I can tell you that much. So Trilateral Commission is created by Dave Rockefeller, who admits he wants to destroy the United States. Just read his autobiography. Read The Technotronic Era by Zbigniew Brzezinski. You'll see what these boys are up to. So they create the Trilateral Commission. Boom. Then you have Nelson Rockefeller, vice president. Jimmy Carter, the president. Trilateral Commission, next one. Then you get Ronald Reagan, who was supposed to be the outsider, said he would never take all these secret societies. George Bush as his running mate. The last minute he does. Then very quickly into his presidency, he's shot. He makes it though, but then in 1984 he has a luncheon for the Trilateral Commission at the White House. Fast forward to 88, George Bush, Trilateral Commission. Luckily, we have somebody different, a Democrat, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, George Bush, both Trilateral Commission members. So you have Trilateral Commission, David Rockefeller running shit again. Then you have 2000. You got Al Gore, Trilateral Commission versus Skull and Bones George Bush. Then fast forward to 2004, you have the Skull and Bones. You have the Skull and Bones election. It's Skull and Bones member John Kerry versus
creepy.
George Bush. It's very creepy.
Why?
Why? Because there's no windows. Why? Because they have human skulls there. Why? Because they do weird ritual.
How can they legally have human skulls there?
Technically, they can. Well, it depends. So they're supposedly, according to the mainstream news, they have famous historical skulls, like the skulls of Geronimo, right? Let's hope it's only historical skulls, because if they have that, there still might be some legalese to say that they might not be able to have that. But if they had that for a long time, they own the proper claim to it, sure. But let's hope it's that. You guys know what they do in coffins naked? Do you know what George Bush and his son do in coffins naked over there? It's weird stuff. So you got the Skull and Bones election of 2004. Then we go to Obama, hope and change. Nope. Council on Foreign Relations, PISA. Then you got Joe Biden and Donald Trump, all members of the same groups. And Jeffrey Egg Salad was a member of the Rockefeller University board. He was a member of the Council on Foreign Relations and the Trilateral Commission. Isn't that weird? So we have, and now today there's 5 or 6 corporations that run everything you see on the media, and they're all run by heads of the Council on Foreign Relations. So you have this uninterrupted line from at least 1776 of people. 1776 we're like, all right, we get burdens off our back. But then May 1st they're like, all right, no. So you see there's 2 streams going on. The freedom stream that me and Mr. America are surfing on, swag surfing on. I'm swagging, I'm surfing. No. And then you have the other stream of tyranny, which is running concurrently to us right now. And it's like we're both fighting to see who's going to win the new paradigm. We have to do that non-violently. Let's get to a couple of your comments here, because I've been ignoring the chat because I've been wanting to go on this rant. It's a little bit of a rant, and it took me about a good 15 minutes to tell you the history of the world from 1776 to now. So it's not too bad. But so now you guys can see how, don't forget, Jeffrey Egg Salad also had his own freaking offices at Harvard and MIT. University of Chicago was created by the Rockefeller. Obviously the Rockefeller University. They finance all this stuff. Goes back to the General Board of Education, their philosophy that everyone should remain stupid except for them. All right. Thank you, Vash Gustafsson. Yes, I am good. Thank you very much. Why a whisk? You're going to have to go back and watch our old episodes because I've said it too many times. Fake Mike, you are Will Turnbit. You are a really good speaker. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Shutterstock. It's very kind of you to say. And then we're going to get into the military-industrial complex, too. Y'all got these folks shook with that knowledge. Thank you, Strobe Light. Exactly. So that's really what's going on. Whether it's, and I'll just sum that point up here. Whether it's academia, it's been controlled by the robber barons. Whether it's Hollywood, it's controlled by the robber barons. Whether it's TV, right? Any form of this science, it's all controlled by these people. It's all out there in black and white. Everything I've been saying, I told you the Bilderberg Group was a real thing for a long time. People call me crazy. Now they got a website, an official website, and the news is like, yeah, I guess it does exist. I guess this guy with the snapback is right. I went to the Bilderberg Group. I saw those people. I didn't get in. They didn't let me in. The cops. That was one of the OG cop watches, you guys can see. Guys, take a second to hit the like right now. If you're just joining us on the stream, please share the stream. This is I laid some heavy, thick knowledge out on you guys. I try to do it in a jovial, play-like way so I could keep your attention, right? But this is some dense, heavy stuff. So please do me a favor, smash the like a whack-a-mole. Guys, imagine a whisk in your hand. Just smash the shit out that like. Even more important, share this video. Find Auditing America on TikTok. We're going viral right now on TikTok, right? So get us over there.
Almost 200,000 views.
You could either
in just a few hours.
You could have Taylor Swift going viral because she's complaining. You could have these stupid mumble rappers saying, I just OD.
I appreciate that, Ruben. I appreciate that.
Or we could have Mr. America go viral for standing up for human freedom. So what's more important? Taylor Swift doing a makeover, mumble rappers crying because they're depressed, or wrecking the shit out of Joe Biden and telling him to get your hands off women and children. I don't know. I'm Team America. F yeah, coming again to say the mother and dang yeah. So yeah, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, guys. Get this out. This was some heavy duty information. Now let's briefly talk about the military-industrial complex. Then we'll open it up for some comments, and then we'll wrap it up. But let's talk about the military-industrial complex. Definitely not mine. Military-industrial complex. Guys, what is the military-industrial complex? Well, I'll open it up to you guys. I'm going to go on one more quick rant. This will definitely not be as long as the last one. And then we'll open it up to the chat.
Isn't that the people that work with Raytheon?
Oh, Raytheon, Boeing, General Electric in the house. We're talking about...
I'm learning, guys.
Northman, all those large companies that work with the Pentagon. Now, the Second Amendment...
Oh, which Pentagon? The one we
audited that says no photography all over it? Who else audited that one?
Okay, yeah. Go find your other favorite auditing channel, and tag me on their videos auditing the Pentagon.
You should be more like Southwest Omaha, North Ness, Nebraska, Ybor City, Rob. No, we gotta be like ourselves. That's the beautiful thing about auditing is I can't do what Ybor City Rob does. Ybor City Rob can't do what I can do. I can't do what Omaha Cop Watch Live can do. He can't do what I can do. No, that's why Mr. America does what he does. Because he's staying in his own lane. He's not trying to crash over you normies and get tatted tears and dye his hair purple. No, he's just staying in his lane. You stay in yours, stay in our lane, keep doing our thing.
And keep checking out, what is it? Omaha Cop Watch Live?
Omaha Cop Watch Live. Go over there and let them know. Good old fake Mikey.
Let them know.
And double A, let them know.
Massive respect.
Massive respect out there. So, now, the military-industrial complex is like Mr. America says, and that's exactly why Mr. America does what he does. He knows all this stuff. He just lets me talk because I'm a little over-caffeinated. And I use the law of attraction to be here to get these thousands of views, these millions of views, these hundreds of millions of views. You can do that too. We're going to talk about that in another stream very soon. But while we do that, military-industrial complex is just that. It's the Pentagon working with these large arms manufacturers. Now, the Constitution, the way our founding fathers developed this plot, was that we'd all be armed, and if somebody tried to F with us, we'd all get together with our gats and blow them back to Britain. But no, they said, you know what, we're going to have a standing army, which is exactly what every founding father said they didn't want. But they did it anyways. And the definition of fascism is when state and corporate powers merge. That's the military-industrial complex. That's fascism. And Dwight D. Eisenhower was so upset about the military-industrial complex. If you listen to his farewell address, he says, and this is paraphrasing here, beware of the misplaced power of the military-industrial complex, whether warranted or unwarranted, sought or unsought. Because even in the 1950s, Eisenhower, who was very imperfect himself, to say the least, he saw that these large merchants of death weren't going to leave Americans alone. This is anti-American. And so the military-industrial complex has completely enveloped our government. Depending on the statistics you look at, anywhere from 51 to 54% of our annual budget is to the military-industrial complex. Not to neurodiverse children, not to homeless people, not to people that have potentially impediments where they can't walk, or maybe they lost their voice. No, we can't. You're 18? You're neurodiverse? Hey, you served this country? You went over there and served this country? Get your ass on the street. We got no money for you, but we do have money for the gang. And the gang is a military-industrial complex. They've completely usurped and taken over, along with the Federal Reserve and the CIA, this country. That is the military-industrial complex. It's a large group of corporations that work with the Pentagon in a symphony of evil to take all of our tax money, which we should be keeping back. Imagine if we kept 54 or 51% more of our money. That would be pretty good. All right, let's open up the chats here, guys. Let's open up here to the chats. Oh, man. Exactly. Seek the truth. Brian Clark, thank you for that compliment very much. David, thank you. Fake mic drop, but we got two. Oh, we won't, trust me. That's why I used to have the string on the fake mic. I used to pull it back up like a yo-yo. Well, you got to pay for us to get over there, Styles. We don't have unlimited funds, unfortunately, at this point. But if we did, we'd be everywhere. How dare I think about it, right? Deerfield Beach. We're coming to Deerfield Beach. Thank you, Masons R. Enrique, have you ever been to Puerto Rico? Someone asked in the chat.
I was born there. I lived there until I was 12 years old. And I go there on vacation sometimes. And I'm going to be auditing Puerto Rico very soon. So.
Oh, yeah. We've already got the intro ready for that one.
There you go.
Have you been to the Poughkeepsie? I have, yes. Oh, yeah. For my arrest, you guys talking about. Yeah, you guys go check out that video. It's the one with the girl cop on the thumbnail. In Boston, the captain assaults me twice on that one. And then all of his goons jump on me. So... Jeez. Hey, if anybody knows a lawyer, that'd be great. And as Mr. America says, he doesn't want to sue anybody because he doesn't want to just raise the taxes on the tax people that all money come out of taxes. But I've had my rights violated where qualified immunity has been taken away. So I can sue these idiots personally. So hey, let me know what you think. If you guys got any lawyers, shout outs to my pimps, Rise of the Moors, too, guys. Free Rise of the Moors. Check out Rise of the Moabites on Instagram. Rise of the Moabites, Rise of the Moabites. Send Jamal a donation. He's still rotting away. A veteran of this country is still rotting away in the prison. So shout out to my main homie. And also, let's check out my boy, Omaha Cop Watch Live. Omaha Cop Watch Live. Omaha Cop Watch Live. Yeah, we're gonna audit Puerto Rico. We're gonna audit this whole thing. We're like the Howard Dean of auditors. Then we're gonna go to Wyoming, and then we're gonna go to Wisconsin, and then we're gonna go to Colorado. Pyah! And then I'm gonna wash up. Pyah! Pyah! We're gonna go everywhere. We just don't. It's not. It's
everywhere.
Just like. It's,
we're also gonna go to Guam. We're gonna audit Guam. So
watch out,
done that.
Shout outs to Auditing Guam. That's a channel that we're going to make up while we go out there. That's wrong. We've been to Seattle. You didn't see when I went to go see Billy Boy's house, Robert? Robert, I went there and I went up to Bill Gates' house. I said, ding dong. Hello, is Mr. Gates there? I'm a vlogger. I'd love to have some coffee with him. Hello, Hawkwatch. All right, let's get to some questions and comments before we wrap this up. You guys have anything in mind? I was ranting and raving this whole time. Jack, what up? Is Mr. America dating Adele?
A what?
He doesn't know who she is. No, he's not. No. I mean, he'd do better than her, trust me. Arkansas, I went to Little Rock. I audited the Masonic Temple out there. We came to Wisconsin. I audited the Fawn statue. I was there where Theodore Roosevelt was shot. Took a bullet and kept on going. Boom, Shazak. Yes, we should. I looked for that, but he recently moved out of D.C., but I did audit Dr. Fauci's office. Did I do a video there? Yes. You guys saying come here, come here. I already ranked everybody in your city, but I'm coming back to do it again. Billy boy, you ain't off the hook yet. You're going to leave the gym saying, well, actually, if you take a look at carbon and you look at human populations, one of these numbers is going to have to be cut down drastically. You know who else cut down their population drastically? Mao, Pol Pot, Stalin, and Hitler. Nice job, nerd. Thank you, Robert. Thank you very much. Thank you, Wade. Thank you very much. Robin Steven knows it takes more than that to kill a bull moose. When Judas and Buddhist come to slit my throat, I'll bleed all over their hands and still spit what I wrote. We're the mother is living on, we'd rather die on our feet than live on our knees. You should audit Whoopi Goldberg's house. What would I ask Whoopi Goldberg
I don't like Whoopi Goldberg.
Me neither. Comento Puerto Rico, yes,
Puerto
aquí
Rico,
son unos
saludo.
corruptos. That's
Saludo,
true.
muchas gracias.
Tiki, that's funny. Well, time actually doesn't exist. They proved that with the theory of relativity and in quantum physics with Schrodinger's cat, the double slit experiment.
I'm actually
quantum non-locality.
I'm actually 2,482 years old.
Yes. I'm 25. I don't know. Well, Hitler couldn't even done his thing if it wasn't for these same finances. As a matter of fact, in the very same book I was talking about earlier, Anglo-American Establishment, it talks about the same group. Because Germany was broke after World War I. They were carrying wheelbarrows around full of currency to purchase a loaf of bread. So where do you think they got all this money? What's right there in black and white in the Anglo-American Establishment, written by Georgetown author and historian Carol Quigley, who was the mentor to Bill Clinton, who reproduced all their own documents. Prescott Bush. Yeah, I forgot about Prescott Bush. His bank, Union Banking Corporation, good point, got seized during World War II for trading with the enemies. A bunch of Nazis, the Bush family is. I went to the Bush family compound too and called them Nazis. And you know, the Bilderberg Group, people say, oh, well, you're a conspiracy. You're a conspiracy. The definition of conspiracy is two or more people getting together to try to plot something. Well, every year since 1954, thank you very much, Shazak, the Bilderberg Group has been meeting and planning world events like the European Union and many other things. What is the Bilderberg Group, you say? Well, the Bilderberg Group is a definition of conspiracy. It's less than 200 of the world's elite. Group was created by Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Royal Family of the Netherlands, Royal Family of England, and 2 Nazis. So every year, to this day, except for last year because of COVID, less than 200 of the world's elite meet secretly and illegally because Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Royal Families, and 2 Nazis told him to. Tony Blair went there one year. Next year, he was the head of England. Bill Clinton went there in 1991. Next year, after Bilderberg, he's the president of the United States. Shock. Angela Merkel went there. Next year, she was head of Germany. Thank you, Waco C. And then Emmanuel Macron went there. And then he's the head of France. And he's a Rothschild banker. Emmanuel Macron, president of France.
I thought you cursed me out. I was like, what?
No. Oh, yes, I'm talking about that disgusting cheap creature from Jekyll Island. You guys know all about superheroes. You guys know about the creature from Jekyll Island? And yeah, I've interviewed Fritz Bringmeier. Yeah, we've interviewed on this channel.
Oh,
Jordan Maxwell.
Shout outs to Fritz.
Shout outs to Fritz Bringmeier and Jordan Maxwell up in this bitch.
Yep.
We've interviewed them all, guys. We've interviewed them all. Remember Doc Marquis? Used to do a whole radio show with him. Rest in peace to the OG Doc Marquis. All right, I'm going to take 1 or 2 more questions here from me and Mr. America. Yeah, I can't. You know what's so funny is yesterday, Mr. America is like, everyone's like, oh, what's wrong? Well, are you mad? I'm just like, no, I'm doing my research. And they're like, people think that when I get off air, I just shut the hell up because I need to research stuff. And then the reason why I talk so much too is because I use the law of attraction because I believe that some of the things I'm telling you are actually, in fact, very important. And so I said, while I'm out here, I might as well actually talk to somebody. So I barely had a few thousand views on one of my videos. I said, you know, I'm gonna get 1 million views. Didn't get anywhere close to anywhere. But then I met Auditing America. And then, I mean, we've got multiple. I mean, I've got millions and millions of views myself. People say, oh, your channel's only got 10,000. Well, I mean, I got 1 million views on the Kamala Harris. I got 1 million views on Ravi Zacharias. I got millions and millions of views, not even on my own channel, when I confronted Joe Biden. So I attracted it. And so now we have this platform here. So it's up to you guys to share this information. Today, we talked about freedom. Today, we talked about the military-industrial complex. We talked about the Bill of Rights. We talked about the history of the world elite and their tyranny. And these people for hundreds of years have been trying to foist tyranny upon you. And me and Mr. America just say, no, No, we're not bending over, and no, we're just not doing it. So I would like you guys to take this information. Don't believe any of it. Research it all for yourself. You people need to wake up and do your homework, as Jordan Maxwell would say. Then when you do that, get it out. Share with everybody. Share this video with everybody. All right, one more question. We'll wrap this up. Any good questions? Well, I'm going to pick thank you very much. We're going to San Antonio. You already know. Any more questions? Let's see. We'll get to one more. We'll pick one more. So, guys, we talked together about all of this, right? Military-industrial complex, the control by the robber barons. We're never going to quit. Brooklyn in the house. Shout outs to Brooklyn, man. We talked about that one before. No, we're not. What's the difference between all these groups? Good question. And that'll be the last question right there. Great question. What's the difference? Council on Foreign Relations, you can go on their website, cfr.org. You can find the members. Look who the corporate members are, and then look who the regular members are. You'll be astonished, first and foremost. I've done videos on this 100 times. So the Council on Foreign, they're all overlapping groups, and they all serve different functions. So the Council on Foreign Relations is a strictly American group. The Trilateral Commission takes the idea of the Council on Foreign Relations and spreads it out to Europe and to Asia, right? The Bilderberg Group is, in my opinion, the most centralized, obvious top of the pyramid. It's the highest part of all these groups. So the heads of all these other groups, the Council on Foreign Relations, Skull and Bones, Bohemian Grove, Trilateral, they all get together at the Bilderberg Group and they do weird stuff. So guys, I need you to go over to Omaha Cop Watch Live channel. And then
the link is going to be pinned on the comment section. So make sure you
And you can just check out Mr. America's story. It's right there too. You can click on Mr. America's story. Bam. It's right there.
Yeah, it's already on my story. So go check the YouTube story for Auditing America.
That's right, guys. Find Auditing America on Instagram. Find him on Minds. Find him on PayPal. Find him on TikTok. Find him on Cash App. Find him on Facebook. Find him on every platform.
Much love.
Auditing America.
Much love. Thank you, guys.
When you guys turn this off, go find Auditing America. Same thing with me. Find me, fakemikerealnews.com.
Instagram.
Fake Mike Real News, Auditing America. Your boy Fake Mikey and good old Double A. We might not be the best. We might not be the smartest. We might not be the fastest. But we're just a couple of guys with a couple snapbacks and a fake mic. Real news. Share the video, guys. That was important stuff. Share. Find Auditing America on Instagram. Find him on TikTok. Find him on Facebook. Instagram, TikTok, Kcash, Patreon, find Auditing America right now.